Good evening, everyone. Welcome. It is not, you're not seeing the clock wrong. It is 10 o'clock Eastern. We are late tonight. But hey, you know what happens? The late night party people come out late at night on the East Coast. We've had great shows at 10 o'clock. Hey, this is going to be on fire tonight. It's going to be bigger than huge. And I am incredibly excited about this. I could go 3 hours tonight, but we do have a little bit of a time issue. And at least the storm seem have passed us by. But listen, hey, forget about me. You see the wonderful background. Pizza. Who doesn't love pizza? It's the world's greatest party food. It's the greatest. So you could use it for so many things, so many cases. You could, hey, hell, weddings should have pizza. You know what? Forget all the overpriced, stuffy uh, foods and stuff like that. Just get pizza to your wedding. It'll be a hell of a lot cheaper. Spend more money on the beer. How about that? But hey, I digress, folks. I digress. I've got my pizza. I got my stromboli right here. Might have a surprise on the air in a little bit, trying something to see how I react to it. But forget about me. We got 70 y'all here already. But let me bring in not only pizza is a rock star, but listen, this guy is the rock star of YouTube. He is the rock star of rock stars. Needs no other introduction other than he is the man, the 32 flavors of Nickweiser. How are you doing?
Hello, Dad, man. It's great to see you. It's great to see you running a channel and having fun with the channel, my ad. I'm happy to be here. Hello to our chat. How are you doing? Long time no see. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. I know you and I bumped past a couple times on Mark's Sunday night show for a few minutes here and there. So, but it's the first time we've actually gotten to sit down and talk for an extensive. We had a few minutes in the back room, got a little bit of intro there, a little more. But hey, listen, this is a topic that needs no help to introduce. You know, this one just speaks for itself, or at least eats for itself. So if you hear me crunching away, I've got a meat lover's pizza.
Eat for itself. I love that. That was good. That was
Absolutely.
good.
I got my meat lover's pizza and my pepperoni and applewood bacon stromboli.
Oh, wow. That sounds
So
amazing.
I got plenty of questions for you about pizza and all anything related to those. But hey, let's go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat first. So let's say, and hello. I got to say hello to myself. Hi. Hey, I thought it was Mrs. at first, but hey, she's out there. But Buddy Hepburn, hello, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. And then, of course, I guess Nickweiser. How are y'all all doing? And it's the great Lisa from YouTube.
Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. Dude, don't let her tell you she is a Fortnite ace.
Oh,
You know,
really?
she knows her
Also,
Fortnite.
she's going to destroy Mark D with a C then anytime soon because I know Mark's a big Fortnite player.
Yep. And our friend Dave, all that too.
Yeah, Dave
Our friend,
C. Great guy.
our Dave does want to get you to play with us sometime. So we'll have to
Oh,
talk
I
about that
know.
later.
I want to. I just gotta find one day. One day there's gonna be the world's just gonna like to freeze and make okay, guys. We just need Nick just one time, and we'll be all good. And it'll happen
Yeah,
for like 3 hours, and it'll be huge.
exactly. Exactly. It's always the thing to find time. But hey, and Lisa says pizza questions. So Buddy is saying we're having pizza minestrone soup for dinner in progress. All right. That is a perfect.
Nice.
Perfect.
I like
Oh,
that.
man. And let's see. We got Ava Charisma McFate. Hey, good to see you again tonight. Good to see you here with us. And let's see. And that's all we've got. What we've got. We've got 8 people with us already between Twitch and YouTube. It came in. Thank you. Well, Nickweiser,
Hi.
what is, let's see, how long have you loved pizza, or how long have pizza been a big thing to you?
Pizza's been in my life. I mean, since I was pretty much a butterball of a baby eating pizza. Like, I think, my first human food was Puerto Rican rice, and then pizza happened, and it's been just a runaway smash. And I've had it, I mean, every single week of my life since I was 13. I'm 35 now and be 36 in 3 months. And yeah, maybe even 12 or 11. I could even be overly generous with my estimation. It could be longer, just to my furthest memory. It's at least once a week. I've had a pizza eating streaks. I've done one that was 33 days, another that was like 21 days. So there's been pizza streaks. At times where I've had pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I've worked in several pizzerias. Now, ironically enough, my first job I ever worked at making pizzas, I sucked. Not only did I sucked so bad, I got fired for how bad I was at making pizza. Imagine
What?
that. That was a thing. I was terrible.
How
It was
could?
like my first job. I was terrible.
Well, did you
I
have to
was
make the
terrible.
dough too, or is it just not putting
They
the?
what they do is they have a they have like the supply. You run it through this thing, and the dough kind of flattens out, and then kind of like you got to round it out, and they got to like get like a big spoon, and you got to layer the sauce on, and then you do the toppings if it's needed, and then sprinkle with cheese last, and you throw it in the oven. And one of the big issues that company had was they only had me working Friday and Saturday night, which are the busiest times of the week, and only be during rush hour. And it would be I went home. Obviously, once it be my first job, so I could never really have a time to breathe and slow down the process. So obviously, they had terrible training, but I didn't care that I sucked because I actually enjoyed the pizza, despite how bad their management was. The pizza was actually really good. And that was called Nancy's Pizza. And yeah, I've filled in for several drivers too. If a driver needed to take a break or was on some vacation or even an injury, even I filled in for many pizza joints because they knew, oh well, I know this Nick guy, he can fill in for a day. And I've worked at and filled in for probably at least 10 different pizzerias. And of course, I one time I delivered to a high school football game. I fit 35 18-inch pizzas in my Dodge Stratus. And I'll tell you what, man, I was burning in that car. I was burning. No amount of AC could save the heated temperature of 35 pizzas in your car. I drove with my hazards on, and I drove probably no more than 10 miles per hour on the busiest road in my small town. And
Wow.
I had to do the slowest turns ever to make sure I made it to that football game with the pizzas. Wish I did. They checked all the pizzas, all was good. I got a great tip from it. But yeah, even at the pizzeria, you've heard, we've all had friends, or even maybe even you, where we've all worked at like a food restaurant. People don't eat the food at the restaurant they work at. Well, I ate at all the pizzerias I worked at, and they would even mention that to me, like, man, you really do love pizza, like. No, usually always the workers don't eat the food, but you actually do, and I did. There's times where I've been I went to a pizzeria and then I ordered a pizza and I liked it, and maybe later that day I've gone back. There's times where I'll go to like music festivals, I'll eat pizza and I'll watch a band or two, and then the band or two is done. I'm like, oh, let's go get pizza again. So it's I've even gotten to pizza fights even. And it's as messy and obnoxious as you can imagine when about 50 Little Caesars pizzas were ordered and we had a food fight with them. And whew,
oh man,
never
what a waste of pizza.
So I've been around the pizza a lot, and I always will be.
Well, Lisa's saying, to play Fortnite. Yeah, so she's there. And let me say hello to Phil TMNT. Good to see you, Phil. Oh, man.
Phil.
I might have to.
Oh, look, anyway. Dave C's here. What's up, Dave?
Dave, there you are. We just talked about you a few minutes ago. Yes, sir.
Yes, we were.
Good to see. And he says, what a huge, how do you say that? Huge show. Okay. All right. There we go. And here that she is.
Hello,
the beauty of this operation. Listen, this woman has kept me on 2 streams live when my computer crashed. She downloaded a Steam game when I was playing with somebody live and put it on her computer, got me on her thing chatting while my computer. She did that all within half an hour. The chat rocked out with us laughing and having a good time with it. And there was another time when mine went dead, and Culture Casino and Clobbering Times are just talking about something, and they kept my stream going till I could get it. I mean, I could not do it without her. And the graphics, this background, the thumbnails you've seen are all made by the Mrs. Dadman. So love you. And Wade's here. Hey, hello, we're Mike Pizza. Hello. Okay.
What's up, Real Wade Nation?
Absolutely. So, hey, we got 9 great people here in the thing. Listen, folks, follow us on the Twitch side. Hit that like button here on YouTube. Subscribe to us. We're at 273 subs tonight. guess I've never thought about monetizing. Never was my
Oh,
goal.
really?
It's really hobby because of whatever. But now they dropped that to 500. I
No,
don't
it's
know.
tempting. It's
I have
tempting, right?
I
Now
have
you're
fact
tempted.
I have factors at work. I have factors at work that could complicate a little bit, and it had to be financially worth enough. But you know what? Really, it's these people. It's these people that come and spend these streams with me and hang out with Fortnite and all that make me want to do more and more of it. So, and hey, hell to just another red shirt. Good to see you, my
My
friend.
guy, red shirt. He's one of
Absolutely.
my co-panelists of Toxic Tuesday, a great guy who I've been on many streams with, and him and
Mhm.
I have been trying to get together and eat pizza one day. We're
Oh
gonna do it,
wow.
dude. One
Well,
day.
hey,
One day.
hey. Well, Nick, here I'll have a bite. That's of the meat lovers that I just took a bite of, and I'm
Ooh,
going to
I
show
heard
some
that
pictures.
too.
And it's
Ooh.
crunchy.
Ooh.
Wait till you
Go
hear the
on.
crunch. Wait till you hear the crunch on the stromboli.
Okay.
So yeah, dude, this piece of place we have near us. Well, actually, we drive across town to get it. It's that
Okay.
good. It's really old school. So can't
Ooh,
wait to show you some of the
traditional.
pictures. Mm-hmm. Yep,
All right. I like
absolutely.
that.
So absolutely. But I'm going to keep people. I'm going to eat a piece of pineapple pizza in a few minutes. I'm
Okay.
going to try
Okay.
it and see how that tastes because I know there's always that debate. How do you fall down on the pineapple, no pineapple debate with it?
Um, I'm in the middle. I'm very indifferent. I don't have a polarized opinion on it, which I know may surprise many, but I don't. Like, to me, it's just there. It doesn't make anything better. It doesn't make anything worse. It's just there. So I don't. It's just whatever. I've had worse toppings, but I of course have had much better toppings.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just there. I always see it too. As far as the debate goes, I just see it as a distraction. To me, the real enemy is
Mm-hmm.
anchovies.
Ah,
That's it's when you see all the stuff with like politics, there's always a distraction going on. I see pineapple as distracting from the real battle, and I don't want to lose my eye on the real battle. And anchovies on pizza is the real crime.
right.
I
Yeah.
don't just. Oh no, 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 no. Anchovies, no.
Oh my
Because I
goodness.
actually like sweet sauce. Because I've heard people like, oh well, pineapple adds
Mm-hmm.
sweetness, and it does. And now that part of it doesn't do much for me, but if I want to go sweet, I could just get a Neapolitan pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Most places that serve Neapolitan pizza, the sauce is always sweeter. The sauce is always sweeter on Neapolitan. Most of the places kind of taste similar. It almost feels like when you get a Neapolitan, most of them definitely taste similar. So it's very hard to differentiate from the formula. And I get it. It's just what Neapolitan. That's what it does. It makes sweeter pizza. So I feel like Neo's got me covered already as far as sweetness goes.
Right. Right. Um, I'm trying to find something as we're talking because I think I
Okay.
lost. I think I lost something. Yes, I got to multitask now, which is always dangerous. You know how you come in prepared, have everything, and I forgot a couple
Oh
of the slides
yeah.
the missus told me. But I will get to them in just a second. But let's take a
Okay.
look at some of the questions that we've got already. Because um, Lisa asked, "Do you make your own pizza?"
As far as at home, once in a while, I'll do it. Not often. I should try it again more often because it was like half a lifetime ago when I was really giving it a daily effort. I've made it, with family, but as far as like me doing pizza, it's usually always been either pick up, delivery, eat out, or get a frozen pizza. But who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind and give it a whirl again. Like I said, I'm terrible at making food. It's sad, but it's the
Mm-hmm.
reality. But it doesn't matter because I enjoy eating it. And to me, I'll spend that extra money if I got to.
Absolutely. Sometimes you can cheap. I mean, sometimes cheap it, pizza. You can get some really good cheap pizza, but
Mhm.
then again, sometimes you can. You get what you pay for. And
Oh, I
you know.
have learned that before. I have seen what happens when you pay the price of cheap and you get what you pay for. I've had some bad ones before. I really have, but usually most of the less good ones usually come from the chains.
Mm-hmm.
The chains are really the ones that I've had the worst ones. The worst local pizzeria places I've had were like at worst decent,
Mm-hmm.
decent. Like I'd say like 6 out of 10, decent. But I've never had a bad locally made pizza. I've had things where I'm like, I'm not sure about how this formula is. Like I'll have like the 3 cheese formula or the Neapolitan, or you might see a place do the Detroit thing where they do
Mm-hmm.
the sauce on top, and they got the square going on with the shape, and they got the rising crust, and it's good.
Mm-hmm.
I think Detroit style is fantastic, but usually it's the chains that kind of wreck it. And I actually, when I worked at my last local pizzeria place, I worked with a guy who was like lightning when he made pizzas. We had this thing called the Stadium Pizza. It was like a football field wide. It had 60 square shaped slices. And I remember he could crank out stadium pizzas within less than a minute, like making the dough, doing the sauce, toppings. He
Mm-hmm.
those in the oven. He can make 1 to 2 to 3 of them within like 2 minutes. Throw them all in the oven. He was a machine. I just remember being so blown away by. It. I was like, "Holy crap! That's a thing, man."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now I was going to get somewhere with the 60 slices of the pizza. And I've already forgotten my reasoning. Oh, damn.
It's okay. Well,
Oh,
well, here's the stromboli.
oh. I can already imagine it too. I can already imagine it. I can already imagine it.
I didn't realize I don't
Oh,
turn it into food asthma, but there's nothing like a good crunch on that stromboli.
oh, of course. Now, of course, too. When it comes reheated, I've had good reheated pizzas
Mm-hmm.
too. I especially like I'm a purist with the oven.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's got to be the oven because I get why people use the microwave, but the problem is for me, like it dries out the taste
Yeah.
when you reheat it through microwave. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're willing to compensate that, hey, you do you. But for me, I'll take that extra time and do the 10 to 15 minutes in the oven at 375, and it's all good.
Yeah. Hey, we have a little toaster oven. Run it for 400 for about 10 minutes. Gets it nice and crunchy.
Nice,
This has been reheated in the toaster oven, so
nice.
absolutely. So all
I
right. Well,
like
let me see.
that.
Dave C said that when he was a kid in Miami, his dad used to take him to a pizza place where they got a slice of pepperoni, had to fold it and let the grease drip off.
Sounds like the New York type where they had
Mm-hmm.
the big like wedge
Yeah.
slice, and you
Mm-hmm.
have to go for the fold. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
go for the fold, and you gotta go for that big bite. Now, I still
Yeah.
haven't had a. I have never been to New York, and I'd like to go there. I've got a few people who live in New York. They know that hey, you come down here, we'll set you up. Like I know, I think Damaj and he's in New York. RC from the NYC.
Mm-hmm.
There, those just a few of the guys within our little corner YouTube, and then there's got Mark U the C, who's from Connecticut, and apparently their New Haven's a big deal out that way too.
Oh,
Apparently the New Haven's like the real deal, and I've talked to Mark, and Mark says it lives up to the hype. So hopefully
yeah.
one day, New York
Well,
and Connecticut cross the list.
well, you touched on something like with the anchovies. I'm going to go back to that for just a second because there's some of the comments in here while I was looking at the other questions. The missus said that she used to eat anchovies on pizza when she was a kid because her dad liked them.
Okay.
So Red Shirt says no anchovies, please. So there you go. I think that might be. I think the that's it with the with those type of things. So with that, and one other question Lisa had is, what is your favorite beverage while eating pizza?
You ready?
Uh huh.
Water.
Wow. Why is
Water.
that? Why is that?
It helps me eat the most slices possible.
Huh.
When I was referencing to you earlier the stadium pizza with 60
Mm-hmm.
slices, I could eat minimum half that pizza on my own. Half. So you're talking 30 slices. Throwing water in the game, man, I might be able to do 32, 33, 35. Yeah, water is my big way because as much as I love beer, whiskey, I don't drink while I eat a bunch. If I know I'm gonna eat heavy, I don't mix alcohol because the alcohol is going to make you a lot more full a lot quicker. It's a great combination. It tastes good together. It's wonderful. But as far as you being full, you're going to get full faster. There's no debating unless you're superhuman. And if you're superhuman, hey, show me your ways, man. I want to know.
Yep, I got you.
No anchovies. What's up?
No, I know. Well, that leads me to something beyond just the anchovies that our buddy Mark D with a C is big on lately, and I'm going to hold that off as we go through some of the pictures that we've got. So let me try to catch up with our chat a little bit. Looking at to see, Lisa says, "When in the mood, pineapple pizza is delicious." Oh, before I forget, I want to do a poll. I'm good about starting polls, but not closing them. What is your favorite PC topping? I'm going to throw that out to everybody. I'm going to give you choices. They're going to be kind of general. We're not going to do pepperoni, ham, all that. We'll have go to meat, veggies, extra cheese, and other. And you can specify what the other is in the chat. Not sure what would be an other than those. But hey, folks, participate. Have some fun with this poll. Well, we got 12 people out here. Wow. Thank y'all all for coming in.
Hell
We have
yeah.
a great rock star Nickweiser tonight with pizza. So do you have a preference? Thick crust or thin crust?
I like both, but at the end of the day, if there can only be one, I'll take thin crust. I'll definitely take thin crust because I get to straight up be a bulldozer towards it. Now I've had like the double dough or the thick crust or the deep dish. Oop, sorry. I've had all those things, and thin crust just to me, that's like I will obliterate that thing. I could the amount of pizzas, thin crust I've wiped out my life, I have been like an atom bomb to thin crust pizzas. I will just each pizza I come, I take a look, and I absolutely conquer. And I'm just gonna keep doing that until my body says no more. And then we'll have to cross a hard conversation that I will never be properly ready for.
Well, I tell you, one of those chains like the Domino's, their thin crust is really one that I can eat the whole pizza in one sit down if I'm motivated. Let me. Oh my gosh! Look who we have out in the chat. RM Briggs. Hey, quickly jumping in, out, smash thumbs up, waving. Hey, way back to you. Thank you for coming through. Raquel,
So
good to see you as always. Absolutely, always great. Yeah, I mean, we had a barbecue conversation I told you about that was like was great. I learned a lot that night about things I didn't even know. Mikey's Pizza.
Okay. This is courtesy and thank you to Mrs. Briggs.
Oh, really?
She got this from Ron Lamar, one of the animation artists for TMNT. Dude, this I'm figuring out how I'm gonna put this up on the wall because I don't want to make a hole in it, so I don't want to use a thumbtack. So I got figured, do I want to do like a glass case? I'm still figuring out, but I'm showing this off any chance everywhere I can get because this thing is sacred. So shout out to Raquel because man, this is so incredible. When I opened that box and this was like, what?
That is a nice box. I mean, you know, I got just a plain standard brown box that has the corporate, just standard form print on it. But Lisa said that was very cool. Yeah, I would be showing that off all the time.
Imagine my eyes, how shocked they were when I opened that. I was like, this is nuts. But I'm basically I'm in debt to her and Andy for as long as I live, and that's fine. That's a debt worth paying.
Absolutely, and everybody's saying cool. Ava, Mrs. Dadman, Lisa, they all say it's really, really, really cool. So hey, thank you for sharing that. That was definitely awesome. We talked about the ovens and stuff, and I know Lisa said at home pizza is not as good as restaurant made. That's my truth. And I think that gets back to what you said, like with the oven. And the missus is saying, do not have the correct oven to cook them in. A regular oven does not cook properly. So, and just the red shirt says the trick to pizza in a home oven is a pizza stone heated at 400 degrees for at least an hour before the pizza goes in.
He's right. So, you could do that, or you could even get the pizzazz. Have you heard the pizzazz?
No. I haven't heard.
It's an oven that's specialty designed for heating up frozen pizzas or even just reheated pizza. It's called Pizzazz. I think it's like 50 or $60. I had one and it had a good run. I got replaced, which I haven't done yet. But when I do, it's great too because you want to have a good way of, especially for those who are in apartments. Smoke alarms are very sensitive with
Mm-hmm.
apartments. So the Pizzazz is your best friend as far as that goes. I would highly recommend if you're in an apartment, you're sick of your smoke alarm going off, look up on the internet the Pizzazz. It's worth it. I promise you. You'll thank me back. Okay, hashtag Nick was right. This oven rules.
Yeah. We got other people. Just another red shirt likes it with pepperoni, extra cheese, maybe bacon or mushrooms or onion.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And Brian Hepburn says a thin cracker crust is his favorite. I've not heard of a cracker
Mm-mm.
crust, but and Mrs.
I like those.
And the Mrs. brings up something I was going to mention too. Her brother actually has a camping pizza oven.
Ooh.
They actually can you go out in the woods and you can actually make pizza. Which, but to me, but to me, pizza is not really camping. I don't know. I think you get around the fire and grill and all that with camping. But hey, if you want pizza, they do make ovens that you can take out there with you and make them if
Oh
you need them.
yeah. Oh yeah. And with the pizzazz, that too, you can travel with it. If you're near a
Mm-hmm.
plug outlet, you can just plug in the pizzazz. No preheating
And
necessary. You just put it
mm-hmm.
right on, and that's it. You just heat it up. It's great.
See, that's part of my problem too. Like what Redshirt had said about putting it in there and letting it heat, the stone heat, is how many
Uh-huh.
people have that kind of patience. When you're at a
Oh
pizza
yeah.
place and you're making pizzas all day, that oven's going to stay hot. But when you're at home, a lot of times you're just like, look, I want to throw it in, I want to cook, eat, and go to bed. It just, And while you think about it, what is your favorite combination of ingredients? Because we heard what Redshirt said, and the other people in the chat, put out what you feel. Like Buddy Hepburn Buddy Hepburn is saying salami, pepperoni, extra cheese, and extra sauces. That is what his family goes to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I know, man. I've got a really, as far as toppings goes, I'll put it this way. My favorite topping based pizzas. Here's what the toppings I do.
Okay.
I like pepperoni. I like sausage.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a while meatball. Once in a while bacon. I actually like jalapenos. I think jalapenos are great.
Mm-hmm.
Garlic
Oh
I
wow.
love, but the only issue with garlic is if you're gonna do garlic, you gotta do it on its own merits. Like half garlic and then half the other, whatever it is. You can't have like the sausage with the garlic or the jalapeno with the garlic. Because the reason why is because when you have those ingredients with the garlic, whatever that topping is that's not garlic, it just drains out the garlic. It just
Really?
drains out, so you don't taste the garlic. But now when you have the garlic on its own merits, oh boy, that's a fantastic thing. That is a fantastic
Just straight
meal.
garlic as a topping. Wow.
Yes. Oh, full stop. Yes. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
that's interesting. And we got Squeaka Mouse in here with us tonight. Hello,
Hello.
Squeaka. Loves the thin crust paneer veggies pizza Indian coworker makes.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay.
so I've never tried that. I'm not familiar with that, but hey, that sounds interesting. As I've gotten older, I'm more willing to try veggies though. So it's before it was always meat. Then I moved to
Oh,
extra
of
cheese,
course.
but yeah, but now as I get older, I've learned to appreciate a good green pepper or some onions and all. But yeah, so it used to I just ran from veggies, but yeah, it's like
My family likes black olives.
yeah,
They like to do the sausage and
ah,
black olives thing. They're all big on that combination, sausage and black olives. Now, I'm not really into it, but if I'm buying and I'm treating the family, I'll give them some pizza with it. I'll get it because that's a very popular combination in our household. So yeah, black
mm-hmm,
olives is a thing,
yeah.
believe it or not.
And Buddy said I added like linguica sausage or having a combination of pizza too sometimes. Yep, different things. Yep, exactly. As I've got,
Right.
like I said, as I've gotten older, I've learned to be more experimental. Try different things like that. The missus
Hmm.
got me onto the green peppers and things and some onions and uh,
Hmm.
So, and like she says here, and I does not really like a lot of meat. Prefer onions, pepper, tomatoes, black olives, almost any other veggies. If I have meat, it'd probably be bacon or background beef. Now, I tell you what, the bacon makes a difference. I think because places
It
like the
does
place that we've gone to
significantly.
tonight has applewood bacon versus
Oh, I
just bacon.
love apple smoked
There is a
bacon.
different. You
Yes.
can tell a difference in the quality of the bacon that's used. We go back to difference
Hmm.
in quality of ingredients and what you pay for things. So, oh hey, Ord's board's here. Hey, welcome, Ords.
Boards.
I'm going to say hey and smash the like button. Thank you, sir.
Good
Good to
man.
see you. And
I agree. Great
Ava's
pizza.
asking, when do you like pizza?
Always.
Always. Yes.
Always. So like I said, I've never gotten sick of it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to get myself to be sick of it just so I can save money on it. And I
Yeah.
feel like it's only backfired at me and I just want it that much more. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've become one with the pizza. It's like it's just an
Uh-huh.
extension of my DNA, and I'm proud of that. It's probably gonna be with me until once again the time to pull the plug on no more pizzas could be a sad day. But I
Yep.
keep eating while the engine's running hot, and my body allows me to do this.
Exactly. Exactly. And Lisa says pepperoni, sausage, mushroom, onion, and black olives with extra cheese or thin or thick crust
Hmm.
favorite. So, all right. Hey, we got 11 people here watching us. Hey, make
Thank
sure you
you, thank you for being here.
subscribe. Let's get to that 300. We're trying to I really had to try to get 300 by August 19th, which will be our 1 year mark, which
Okay,
I'm
okay,
still incredibly blessed with everybody that has supported us so far in this effort. And at least little goals, have little milestones like that. So, and
yeah,
go from
yeah.
there. So, but thank you, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button because I forget to hit like buttons all the time. So, all the time. So, when everybody keeps telling you to hit the like button, they're telling you because you will forget as hard as you try to do it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
Exactly.
it's, it's easy to forget. You come, you're ready to watch the
Mm-hmm.
video or the stream, and you just get immersed. Like, oh, hold up, I gotta do this thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm still stuck with the paneer veggies pizza though, because I was like, I'm. Are you familiar with Indian cuisine? Is that a Indian cuisine here? Because I'm just trying to figure.
I don't know its origins.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have a good answer on that. I'm aware of veggie paneer, but as far as its origins, I'm not
Yeah.
too aware. That
Yeah.
is something I'd have to do some homework on.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Well,
even I miss a few things.
it's okay. I'm looking at it. Oh, it looks different. It looks a little bit different. So, all right. Well, cool. That's something to definitely try sometime. But yeah, it's like I try to. Hey, by the way, I just did a Google search while we did it without wrecking the stream. So I always look for good milestones like that when I can do something without taking the stream down. So
Mhm, mhm.
it's all good. Let's see. Ord says pizza in the morning, in the evening, pizza at supper time.
I think he's talking about that commercial. Was it Bagel Bites? I think it was Bagel Bites. That was the
Ah,
commercial where they used that slogan. There was a commercial back in the late 90s, early 2000s that had that. I think it was
mm,
Bagel Bites. I mean,
yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong, Lawrence, but I think that's where that came from.
yeah. He said yes,
Ah, all right.
yes, and he
Yeah, that's
likes
what's
that
up.
shirt too. He likes the
Thank
t-shirt
you.
too.
Last
So,
Ronin, man. Last
all righty.
Ronin. Ninja Turtles.
Well, let's do something real quick. Let's look and see where the. So far, we got 14 votes on the poll. Meat is leading
Mhm.
by a wide margin, 71 to 14 over extra cheese. Veggies at 7, and other is 7. So I'm personally not surprised. So it usually how it goes. And Buddy Hepburn said he likes cold pizza for breakfast. Do you like cold pizza or do you have to have it hot, warm?
Um, once again, indifferent. I mean, like I'll have it, but like if I have an opportunity of changing that, I will change that. If I have an oven near me, I will change it. It was like for me, cold pizza. Like I said, the only way I'm gonna like go out my way to have it is if that's the only option that's around. Like if I'm at home and the oven somehow doesn't work, it's like okay, well here we go, and it'll be fine. But I will always spend that extra time and wait for my hot, spicy, delicious, tasty pizza.
Yeah. Yep. I gotcha. I gotcha. I would. I have to have mine heated though. I'm more of a heated pizza guy. I like it hot. I like the cheese melted.
Oh, I
I
do
really can't
too.
do it. I can't really do it cold. Cold cheese does not really get me excited. So
How
and Miss
often have you burned the roof of the inside of your gums
quite
because
a few
you
times.
don't
Quite
want
a
to wait because
yep.
you see the steam coming from the cheese and you still go for it anyways, even though you know it's hot, but you still go for it
Hmm.
anyway. I was a timer on myself with a
Yeah.
bunch of old buddies from the last pizzeria I worked on, and when we got to see the guy take it out of the oven, like okay, let's see how long we could wait without touching this pizza. We lasted about like a minute and a half. Like, oh no, screw this. This is already we can't just have this right in front of us and not eat it. So then we end up chowing. And even then it was still burning hot. Even after a minute and a half, it was burning hot.
Yeah, I've done it before. It's that sauce. That sauce comes out and it just burns you, and it's like
Oh yeah.
crazy. It is
I
absolutely
probably
crazy.
I probably have burned through many layers of my own gums
Oh, I know
because I don't have patience. And I'm like, you know what? Once again, some battles are worth fighting for, and that is one I will
exactly.
continue to fight for.
uh, the red shirt says in some places, in Southeast Massachusetts, some places put linguica on pizza. Portuguese linguica is sort of their version of pepperoni.
Hmm.
That's interesting to see. All right, that's the second time we've heard that word. I've never heard of it before tonight. Hey, so all right. Well, let's go through some of the things that we've got right here. All right, we got 9 people here with us. I'm going to bring up a few things here for us to look at since we got about half an hour left. Let's see. Let's see here. I'm going to bring up some things. Oh man, what you got there, Nick?
This is based off the Detroit style. It's actually cheesy bread. It's not pizza, but it's based off the
Ah,
Detroit style cheesy bread from a local frozen pizza company. I think they're called Devour, I think, or it
uh
could be a
huh.
different name, but I highly recommend it. And if you look, it's got that rising crust shape in the back where it's meant to be like a rectangle or square. So yeah, look at that, look at all that cheese right
There
there.
you go.
Yeah, that's what's
So
up.
there you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There you go. Okay, there we go. I think on the paneer was it's like tofu but cheese, not soybean.
Okay,
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 all right,
okay.
that's cool. Yeah, thank you, Squeaker, for clarifying that. The that cheesy bread looks good though. So
Oh, it's good. Believe
absolutely. Well,
that.
I'm
It's
gonna
really good.
absolutely. Well, I'm gonna bring a few things up here. This is the usually standard first one. Okay, do you mind if I take like a step back and a little detour right now? Because the wife and
Not
I
at
have a
all.
show we call Detour the Dad Mans. We just got through with a 6,009 mile trip across the country in a Kia. Well, people at about a week before we got back started hearing this horrendous noise for our engine. Well, this was our AC belt, folks.
Holy macaroni.
This is what was
Dude,
screaming at.
whoa.
We were in Missouri when it really was starting to go bad. That's what it was when they replaced it the other day. So I just thought people would want to see that because I mean it was we were doing drive live streams and you could hear it when we were in and out of the car. Yikes and yikes, definitely, Lisa. Wait till you see this next picture though. You see a little bit there and then
Wow,
completely
dude.
bald there, dude.
Yeah, you could see on many aspects if you get a close look at man, it is damn dude.
Yeah, it is
Wow.
crazy. It is crazy.
Man,
And yeah,
whew.
stunning. Pizza time. Pizza time.
Always.
Yes, absolutely.
Cheers.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just wanted to show that to everybody. It's a little off, but we did a review show the other night, but I just wanted to let people see this. This is what you were hearing those couple days. So fortunately, we made it back, got it fixed and
Damn.
replaced. So hey, all good now. All right. This, my friend, is my favorite place here. The one that's across town. It's
Looks good.
it's a stromboli. It's our stromboli. It's with bacon. Actually, they have pepperoni and sausage the way they make it, but I asked for the apple with bacon to be put in it too. But you can see
Okay, okay.
how the cheese is with it.
Yeah, I see the bacon bits too. That looks really
Exactly.
good, by the
It
way.
really,
That looks really good.
and it's one of
I
those
like
things.
that.
It's one of those things that burns your mouth too when it comes out. You know, when you eat it hot, yeah, it's worth the pain. So um, that's how it looks cut. We got another one here with the closer up of the cheese. You cheese lovers out there, I mean, just straight mozzarella. Now let me ask you here, because I've got calzones coming up.
Okay.
What do you think about strombolis and calzones? See, I
I like
personally,
them. They're good.
I don't like the calzones because I'm not a ricotta cheese fan, so I'm more of a
Okay, that's
stromboli
fair.
guy. But you like both though?
I like both. I prefer what's it called? My brain's blank out. Sorry.
The with or
I was gonna
without
say
ricotta?
I think I prefer it without it, but I'll eat it.
Yeah,
I'm not no I'm not wild about ricotta, but
yeah,
like I'll have it. I'll have it. It's just once again just a thing that's just kind of there for me.
yeah, yeah. The ricotta cheese is. I've never liked it. I'm kind of one of those people that could eat a lasagna without ricotta. I think like
Yep.
the
That's a
Stouffer's ones don't have the ricotta, and it's like I like those type of lasagnas. I'm not really a big and Castle, welcome Castle, and hungry again, absolutely.
good.
And I do agree, red shirt stromboli for the crust. That crunch you heard earlier was the stromboli crunch.
Yeah.
So, all
I
righty,
like
and
that
hey,
sound. It lets me know that I'm not gonna have a rubbery pizza. That's
exactly, got nice and crunchy. Like a good crisp
mm,
crunch. Lisa does ask your thoughts on pizza substitutes like hot pockets, pizza rolls, pizza bagels.
I do like pizza rolls. I
Hmm.
think that, actually, believe it or not, I don't know if you got an Aldi by you, but their
Yes, we have
version of
Aldi's.
pizza rolls is way better than the franchise brand. I don't think it. I know it.
Hmm.
I'd say if you're gonna go for pizza rolls, get and you got an Aldi by you, get those. But otherwise,
Yeah.
the main franchise we find. The hot pocket ones are all right. I like pizza bagels too. Actually, you have a great bagel bite shirt that my girlfriend got me a few moons back, and it's really good. Highly recommend.
Yeah. They do you like the brand? See, Aldi's has more of a non-name brand, but do you find a difference between the cheap ones and the more expensive ones, or not?
As far as the Aldi brands and stuff, oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. I'm not an ingredients guy. I don't know. I don't look at those charts with all those numbers and percents.
Hmm.
I just look at are you good or do you suck? And if
Right.
you're good, I'll let the world know. So when people talk about, well, how much of this or that does it have? I'm like, I have no idea what language you're speaking. I just eat. I'm a very primal caveman about it. It's just, are you
Hey,
good?
there's nothing wrong with that. Just brutal savagery, like you said. Get the third degree burns and the pizza sauce. To hell with it. I mean, I want that cheese hot. I want that cheese dripping, and the grease burns down my chin and everything else. So, our buddy says his brother burns the pizza bagel bites, so I'm still eating them even burned.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
will too. I've had many times where I've cooked the pizza too long. I'm like, oh, you know what? I guess here I am. I might as well just do it anyways. So I
yeah.
just do it anyways. I'm not gonna let that pizza just sit there and be neglected.
No,
It's a very,
exactly.
very serious passion for yours truly.
Yep, it's okay. Listen, it's okay to forget to say hi when it comes to pizza and food. Drop the pizza smack. We can talk. Say hi later, and then you said hi later.
Agreed.
Yeah, exactly. Priorities: food, pizza. Yeah. So this is the stromboli, Nick. This is the one. You've seen my pictures when I've posted like at lunch. Sometimes this is from the same
Yes.
place. So, if you're ever down in this Florida part of Florida, I would definitely
Hmm.
take you this place. We got 13 wonderful people here
I'd
tonight.
love to.
Thank. Yeah, if you get down to Northeast Florida, please. If you come down into Florida, let me know. If you need barbecue, we go 2.5 hours to Orlando for barbecue. I got good places down there. We love.
Really?
Yes, we love our food. Yeah, exactly. There's a place right near Universal Studios. We took
Hmm.
Lorena Creole there once. We had dinner with
Oh
her there, and she
yeah.
loved it. And the thing is with that, it was like you walked in, you smelled smoke. That's a good barbecue place. Is when you a coworker of mine used to go to this place that we have here, and we
Hmm.
smelled up the whole third floor of the college we're working at when we went because we smell like a pit smoke. So it's
That's how it should be.
that's how it should be. Yeah, just like pizza, you got to have that cheese. It's got to be hot. It's got to have that crunch of the crust. So,
Hmm.
speaking of the crunch of the crust, let's try it now, folks. I am going to eat or take a bite out of cheese pizza with pineapple. I
All
kind of
right,
wish I'd
here we
had
go.
ham.
Add what? Oh, at these challenge. I'm curious to hear your results, but chat, yeah, thank you for being here, supporting Dad Man
Them.
Walking. Clearly, he's a good conversation carrier and he knows how to have fun. It's nice to also be discussing only the greatest piece of food in the history of ever, pizza. Dad Man, just shoot away when you
Oh
have
my
some
God,
thoughts.
is
Shoot away.
Ord's board around still? I wonder if Ord's is
Don't
around.
know.
I have always bashed pizza. I've got whatever pineapple. I've always bashed it. I've gotten involved in the wars. I've been on the negative side. I've said it sucks and everything else. So, like Stunning says, pineapples must be genocided. I've always thought that. I actually like it. It actually
Okay.
my kid Ang has told me it's good, and the sweetness goes with the cheese in it. That it's actually very weirdly good. I hate to say it, but I think I'm converted.
Oh,
Not that I
wow.
would get it all the time. Not that I would get it all the time because I still like my meat. But when Ang wants to get a Hawaiian pizza, with the ham, and I might go in on that then. So, and oh my gosh, I can't believe it. You've seen it first. Everybody revealed. And Ords,
Do you
if hopefully
naturally like pineapple?
I
Like
like
on its own?
naturally I like pineapple. Yes, on its own,
Okay.
I can eat
Like
pineapple. So that
maybe
might,
that's why it doesn't do it for me because I don't even like pineapple on its own.
yeah. But I really, really do. And let me say hello to Bone real quick over on the Twitch side. Hey, Bone, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. So let me see if what I've missed up in the chat. So, but Buddy says you can break a tooth on a burnt bagel bite, though.
Oh, you absolutely
I
can.
guess you
Yeah, it
can.
could be
Yeah.
very
So,
dangerous.
oh gosh. And how about this for a way to eat it? I like to eat the Totino's things and just suck the insides out. That's creative.
Nice.
I'm not surprised Squeak is the one with that one, but yeah, but you know what? If you can't have the bread or you got to be careful of your bread intake, then, well, I mean, at least you're eating the goodness. But hey,
I agree.
yeah. And Red Shirt tells Buddy to tell him if it's brown, it's cooked. If it's black, it's cooked. That's like my
That's
brother in
funny.
law used to make hamburgers. They were like hockey pucks. They were hockey pucks, but
Hmm.
his chicken were like sushi chicken. We always said it. So,
Dude, that's
and
freaking awesome.
let's see. And Mrs. said it's good. If it's good, the price doesn't matter either way. If it's good, expensive or cheap. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I've had some
Exactly.
great cheap frozen pizzas that
Mm-hmm.
were really good, and of course I've had some really really bad ones. But yeah, it's always cool when you find the ones that are like, okay, I just want to
Mm-hmm.
have excuse have pizza, and the price is right, and it ends up being good. I love
Yeah.
it when you get that surprise. It doesn't always happen, but
Mm-hmm.
man, does victory
Mm-hmm.
taste so much sweeter when
Yeah,
it
exactly.
hits.
Now, see, I think the missus might be onto something here. If it was like fresh pineapple, not canned pineapple, I wonder if that truly makes a difference with how that would
I'm sure
taste
it
too.
does, at least to a degree. I'm sure it has to make some sort of
Yeah.
difference. What I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And Castle asked me if I'd ever had grilled pineapple. Yes, I have on some shish kebabs before. Yeah, I have, and I do like it. I like it. And Squeaka loves grilled pineapple. And Red Shirt says a pepperoni pizza is a complete meal, something from each of the four food groups.
That's
Dang
right.
straight, Red Shirt. We need to make you Surgeon General, and you establish our food groups for the whole country. There you go. So, all right,
That.
hey, and Daisy Blossom, welcome, my friend. So good to see you tonight. Yeah, you arrived just in time to hear. I've joined those who love pineapple and pizza. Love might be a little strong, but I won't trash it anymore, and I will not tell Ang no. So we will definitely get a Hawaiian pizza sometime, and I will eat it gladly and happily. So, but welcome, Daisy. Hope you're doing well tonight. All right. So, okay, we talked about this is the Stromboli here with that good crunch that you heard earlier. Now, I did
Yes.
try. I wonder if Phil TMT is still in the chat. I have tried the ketchup on pizza.
Mm-hmm.
It actually kind of works too.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, I think it's a different tomato sauce than the tomato sauce in the pizza, but it it
Oh, absolutely.
it's not that bad. It sounds disgusting, but I was more willing to try that than I was pineapple. But I think both work actually, honestly.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
might be kind of one of those things, Nick. I'm one of those oddballs that I would, on a dare, I'd throw them both together. Throw it all together on a pizza and see what happens. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
hey, you only live once, just try it and see how it goes. But this was the meat
Oh,
lovers
absolutely.
pizza we had tonight. And this is the meat lovers, but
Nice.
look how much cheese they put on the pizza. I mean, so many times, and this is a local mom and pop
It looks light.
pizza place. What's that?
It looks light on the cheese.
Oh, light. Well, that's heavy considering if you compare it to the national chains around here.
Okay.
That's heavy. That's heavy for what we've got around here.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but it's really, really, really good. The thick, the crunchiness of the crust and everything there that they've got. You know, so that's why when I saw this, the amount of the cheese was what amazed me because half the time, like when we get from the hut, it's like there's barely any cheese on it, and
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
that's a travesty.
yeah, it is. It's like you want some, and then like see then they leave like an inch of the crust exposed instead of going all the way out, especially in the corners.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, oh my God. See, Brian said they have a hole in the wall place that's really good pastrami pizza, and they put pineapple and
Mm-hmm.
spam on their Hawaiian.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've definitely have heard of that. That seems to be a thing in certain demographics.
yeah, and then stunning, of course. He put Oreos on a pizza before ketchup or pineapples. Oh, that would be interesting. I'd try that. Hey, why not? Try it once. Hey, if you go to a Southern Fair, they fry butter, they fry anything.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
try anything.
Oh yeah.
We had the fried PB and J at a place, the National
Ooh.
Peanut Festival a year ago. So it's actually really really good. I did not think a fried PB and J would work, but it did.
Oh, I
So
can imagine that working. Oh, I can.
yeah, Dave. Yeah, I understand what you're saying that it's not out to the end of the crust, and I agree. That's the way it should be. But the way pizzas are made these days at most places, see, this is more cheese than we have on our Domino's or our Huts around here. And the fact that you have that much cheese bulked up in the middle that's thick. I understand, not towards the edge, but yeah, this is heavy for a lot of the pizza places we have around here. But I mean, to me, you can't put enough cheese on a pizza.
Yeah, it's like, is there ever enough cheese?
Exactly.
No, there's no such thing. No such thing at all.
Yeah, exactly. I think the missus said she's going to have to make a pineapple and spam pizza. Yeah. Now Squeaker likes that. So, of course, hey, I tell you, don't bash Phil. That ketchup idea is not as bad as it sounds like. So, and Daisy Blossom said she had pineapple and spam on pizza while visiting Hawaii. Wasn't bad. So, yep,
Okay.
yep.
Okay.
So that's uh that's the meat lovers that they had there. Of course, and it did have plenty of meat on it when you got into it. So,
As it should.
yeah, exactly. It's like bacon, pepperoni, ham, hamburger, sausage. So it's all in there. So then then this is another picture of the cheese up, up close. And here's the pineapple on pizza. I will say that they put a lot of pineapple on this pizza. I have seen a pineapple on pizza from a Domino's, and there was like barely any pineapple on it.
You
So,
know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. That brings it back to a point I was going to bring up earlier that I lost my train of thought.
mhm.
I was mentioning about the guy Antonio who's really lightning good at making pizzas. He used to work at a big chain called Papa John's. I don't know if you got it down by
Yep,
where
we
you
got them.
are,
Yep, we
but
got them.
so here's now I don't know if this translates to Papa John's as a company or to that store exclusively, but Antonio used to be the head cook at a Papa John's.
Mm-hmm.
And when he started work at the local place I was at, he would mention that he's like, "You guys really stack the toppings on pizza." I'm like, "Well, that's just normal for us,
Right.
you know." And he was like, "No, dude. When I was a head cook at Papa John's, he was saying that so our standard, let's just say for conversation's sake, our standard 18-inch pizza, whatever the amount of toppings we have, Papa John's standard 18-inch pepperoni, they would do half the amount of
Yep.
pepperoni."
Yep.
That's how that's how companies sometimes, especially the chains, they kind of cut these corners where their standard pepperoni versus a local joint.
Mm-hmm.
Local joint may cost a little bit more, but it's also going to load that pizza up with whatever the topping is. Whereas a lot of franchise companies, they actually tend to shorten you on their standard amount of toppings, and that's one of
Right.
the reasons why they get away with the pizza is cheap, is because they put on less than the standard amount. So
Yeah.
very slick way of cutting corners.
Well, yeah,
But
it's like they increase size and they gradually reduce the size and the portions and stuff, and just but the price
yep.
doesn't come down. The price elasticity, it stays high. Prices don't go
Hmm.
down; they go up, but the quantities come down so they can. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because see, the Domino's pizza had nowhere near that amount of pineapple. It's almost like you might have had 4 pieces of pineapple, excuse me, or 6 pieces of pineapple on a piece of pizza. That you can't really even get the flavor of the pineapple with that little bit.
No,
Exactly.
that's
So
not right. You pay for a topping, you should get your money's worth
they,
out of it, not
yeah,
the bare
exactly,
minimum.
exactly. So exactly. Spam and pineapple apparently has been a big thing in the conversation. Mrs. loves it. So Brian says they always get extra cheese, extra sauce.
Nice.
Now Squeaker said never put them together, but enjoy them, bud. Now I'm going to grill some up and try them. Wow. Uh, the missus said dice the spam and fry it before putting on a pizza, just with like you do bacon. So, and of course, Lisa, yeah, Canadian bacon and pineapple is really good. Exactly. So, oh man, look at all these food cooks out here tonight. Brian Hepburn slices down, fry it. Hey, Brian. Hey, Brian. Good to see you tonight. I don't know if I said hi to you. I know Buddy was in here. Brian said, fry it down, slice it down, and fry the spam with a glaze, usually orange or pineapple with some brown sugar. Put on the other stuff. It's almost candied. Wow.
Hmm. Hmm.
Wow. Yeah, that's really, really sweet. Well, let me pop on to a few more things we got here. This is the calzone.
Yes.
This is the
Yes.
calzone with the ricotta in it. The missus didn't
Yes.
open it because you can see the cheese right in the middle right there.
Cheese
Again,
does look really good.
it does. This has onions in it, but the crust, what you can't tell, I don't know how it looks, but it's crunchy like the stromboli crust on the edges there.
Hmm.
It really is, and you don't. I don't like that doughy taste. You want that crunch and that crispness. So
Oh yeah. Oh man, the crunch should be standard, but no, it's there. I do know some people though that they're fine with it, where they microwave it and they get
yeah,
the super doughy, super chewy, and for me that kind of takes me out of the element. I,
yeah.
I I need to I need to go for that bite and hear the sound. That's to me that's the love at first bite.
hmm Were you ever a fan of school lunchroom school pizzas? You remember the rectangle pizzas?
I do, and I think I started at first. I used to literally eat them
Uh huh.
up, but I think probably around sixth grade. I think that was right around the time I started discovering like a lot of the
hmm
bigger frozen brands like Freshetta, DiGiorno, Red Baron, and I would eat those at home, and then I'd go to school and eat those. I'm like, wow, this is a real downgrade. And I think that's
Yeah.
when my taste buds started, I guess you could say, paying attention more.
Yeah.
But once I had those frozen pizza, it got harder to eat them at school. So it got to a
Yeah.
point where, yeah, probably around middle school is when I stopped eating them there because that's when I started developing, I guess you could say, a standard for what I will eat as far as pizza. That was the beginning stages.
Yep. You start to get particular with it. Any particular frozen pizzas that you prefer? Any brands?
Yeah, there's Devour's a good brand. They do a lot of the Detroit. I don't know if you got them out by you, but assume if you got anything out by you'll probably DiGiorno. They have a
Mm-hmm.
good cheese stuffed crust that I highly recommend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually really big on that. We're big fans of
Yeah.
that at the household. We love that cheese stuffed crust.
Right.
I think Freschetta is good too. They got a nice rising crust as well, and I think they got a nice little spice on the pepperoni. So I definitely
Mm-hmm.
recommend. And I don't know if you guys got Screaming Sicilian,
No,
but
I've
if
heard
you
of it, but
don't,
we don't have
they
it
have a
here.
thin crust and they have like
Mm-hmm.
an extra thin crust. I would highly recommend both. I
Oh,
think they're both fantastic.
all
So my
right.
girlfriend's more partial to the extra thin, but for me, I'm just like I just want good pizza, and those two to me deliver on both fronts.
Yep. 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 I gotcha. Well, I got to ask this question in the few remaining moments that we've got. Uh, Dave, LOL. That's when Nick became an
Dave,
aristocrat. And Mrs. said they
that's when.
called the lunch pizza cardboard pizza. LOL. I wonder if they still serve them in school like that now. But
I know they serve variations of it. I don't know if it's
mm,
like the same company or, but from what been
yeah.
told from other kids is that
Mm-hmm.
it's not good. I have heard kids say that, and that's like
Uh,
okay, that's
it's
a thing.
it may
Kids
be
are
one of those
like,
things
no,
as
bro.
you get my age, you look back and remember it better than what it really was. So many things like
Hmm.
television from the '70s. But that's another story. And the missus said yes, she just seen the Screaming Sicilian in the stores. So
Hmm.
okay, so we
Hmm.
do have those close by. But I got to ask this question because our great friend Lisa asked this question, but it was always one that had to be asked because our good buddy, the great Mark D with a C, Mr. Food.
Mark.
You might know
Yeah.
where it's coming with this question. Would you try clam pizza? And why I asked that because in Missouri on the second night at a place called Providence Pizza, we saw this on the menu.
Hmm.
Iggy clam pie, New England clams, burrata, bacon, garlic butter, and lemon. So would you try clam pizza?
I'd give it a shot, even though I absolutely detest clams. I'd give it a shot. Now, there have been things where I don't like a thing and
Mm-hmm.
I've enjoyed it as a whole with other foods. There
Right.
have been times like I've had this great 5 cheese Greek spiral, and one of the ingredients in there is blue cheese. And I'm not a fan of blue cheese,
Mm-hmm.
but blue cheese in that seems to be one of the 5 cheese ingredients. So I do like it with that. So I thought I would like ketchup on a pizza, but sadly I was a little let down by that. And I personally thought that would work, but no, I've been
Yes.
wrong before, and it
Yeah.
won't
I
be the
see.
last time.
I thought it would work. To me, it worked a little bit. Now it did taste a little out because it was a little bit sweeter than the normal sauce. So it did have that, like it did sort of not fit, I guess, in a way. But
Hmm.
it was not the worst thing that I could have. But clams, I just cannot understand seafood on. I mean, like a shrimp pizza. I'm not one that likes shrimp tacos and things like that. But this, my pizza and the clams, just the two don't seem to go together. But hey, but you know what did go off well at that pizza restaurant? This
What would
pizza,
that be?
this pizza right here. This is what the missus had.
Okay,
Now
okay. It looks like a flatbread. Is that a flatbread?
no, it's a Detroit style, which is a little
Oh,
thick style, like thick crust. Um,
yeah.
that's Mrs. Help me with the cheese uh, again, but the you had the cheese on it, but that is I think apricot jam on top of the cheese, maybe gorgonzola.
Okay,
It's
Hold
okay.
on, hold on. What?
it's
I think I heard a
gorgonzola
yes.
cheese with bacon, fig jam,
Big jam.
and a balsamic glaze on top. It was
Okay.
divine.
So she loved
I've
it.
heard of that combination before with the fig jam
Hmm.
and the balsamic glaze. I've heard that before.
Yeah,
That seems to be a thing that there seems to be a small but dedicated following to that one.
yeah. But she said it was great. I mean, if it's something you would try, it sounds like it's good. I personally wouldn't because, like I said, I'm so meat heavy with my pizza. excuse me, pizza.
Oh yeah, right.
Maybe some vegetable. Listen, I grew up when I started having onions or peppers on my pizza, So,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
Lisa's saying though that marmalade and 4 cheese pizza is one of her faves. So
Ooh.
yeah, so that could be interesting. Pizza clam slam, exactly. And the missus
Pizza
said,
clam.
yeah, there you go. Miss said it is almost a dessert pizza, very rich. So,
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, she's right on that. That's for sure. That's definitely a very rich pizza.
yeah. And Brian says he wouldn't mind a white sauce pizza with salmon on top, but no shellfish. So, but yeah,
But
that
no shellfish, he
no
says.
shellfish. Yes, draws the line somewhere. But yeah, I figured this would be one to get people's attention as something a little bit different with it. Um, are there any pizzas you will not eat?
Anchovies. Um,
Yeah, outside of anchovies, any brands or any
um,
combinations that
I
you
don't
just
like a
won't eat?
lot. I don't like a lot of the chains. I mean, obviously, some people might like them because that's all they got by them, and also it could just be what they grown up on. So I don't really hold it against them. But obviously, I'm not really wild about Papa John's. Giordano's, as far as franchise goes, that's okay. I think Lumon Eyes has a better, as far as deep dish goes, a better deep dish. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Pizza Hut, I mean, I liked it a lot when I was a kid. Nowadays, it's just like, eh. But some people, for them, that's the best that they grow with. I don't like the $5 ready to go Little Caesars,
Mm-hmm.
but the pizzas that they actually have to make there that they do for like promo purposes, when they actually have to take the time to make it, and it's anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes, it's actually good. But yeah, as far as the hot and ready to go, I cannot do those. I feel like I taste the difference with how long they sit there during the day. But I get it. It's cheap, it's easy, and it obviously, especially if you're like a broke college kid, it's easy for you to dig around your couch for change that you found and add it up, and before you know it, you get a $5 pizza for you and the boys. Now you just got to figure out the other $10 to get yourself that case of Bush beer, which I wasn't things I will touch, but I get the sentiment of where it comes from. They want pizza, they
Yeah.
want beer, and they want to do it cheap, just so they can say they have them both because it's an age-old combination.
Yep. I got you. I got you. Well, hey, I think on that note we're probably going to have to wrap it up because I know you're
Okay.
cut. Well, I mean, I if you got a few more minutes, we can take a few
I got
more
a few more
minutes.
minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
I can do a few. I got 5
Okay.
minutes.
All right.
Five
Cool.
minutes, we
Just
can wrap it up.
yeah, and then I got a few things I need to wrap up and show on the way out the door. But hey, listen, um, always a pleasure. Like I said, this is the first time I've gotten to talk to you extensively, and
Yeah.
I'm glad to have gotten to have this conversation. Thank you for coming on. It's definitely been a great experience too. So always thank you. We can talk appetizers and snacks and all the side stuff too. Sometime that'd
Let's
be a
make
whole
that be a
thing.
follow-up. Let's do
Yeah,
that for a follow-up. A few months down the
exactly.
line,
Your
let's do that
cheese
for a
sticks, your
follow-up. I'd love
cheesy
to.
bread, absolutely. So, and
Yeah.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
Brian said, wouldn't mind a white sauce pizza with salmon, but no shellfish. I think I read that. Mrs. Don't forget the poll. Okay, well, let me pop over to the poll because I'm good about doing these polls and not closing them. So get your votes in. We got 18 votes, folks. Wow, we got 18 likes too. Thank you. Let's get 2 more likes in there. If you haven't hit it, let's get 20 likes.
Yeah.
That's kind of a milestone when we hit 20 likes. It's awesome. But I'm going to close the poll in 4, 3, 2, 1, and we will end the poll. And the results are that the favorite pizza topping is the meat category at 72%, extra cheese at 16%, veggies and other are 5%. So,
Ooh.
and actually, Stunning brought something up that Raquel talked about when we were talking barbecue, I believe, was about uh, pizza, Greek pizza. So it's a certain way of doing it, and I know at least Raquel could explain it much better than I could, but it's sounds very fascinating because I know Stunning says it's great. She highly recommended it, so it is very, very good.
Okay.
So, but yeah,
I guess I have to try it out for myself and
yeah,
decide.
exactly. So, and Lisa says thank you to us for this. Hey, thank you guys
Thank
for
you,
coming.
Lisa.
Yeah, and thank you guys for coming in, Dave. I'm glad, and Dave, with all the stuff he's got going on, and everybody that's been here tonight. It's a thank you to you guys for coming and hanging out with us at now 11:15 Eastern. And so Nick, what have you got coming up these days?
I did a video earlier this week on the Comics Broke Me hashtag, and I am gonna do a lot of Rippaverse coverage on what's going on with Air July and the Rippaverse. I'll have more videos on that on Monday. And of course, every Friday night, me, Clobbering Times, and a few other great friends of ours, we do a comic shop show where we talk comic books and we have alcoholic beverages involved. So it always turns out to be a very engaging conversation. And of course, you can find me with Comics Division on Yelling at Park Cars and Thursday Night Throwdown. And of course, I can be found on Midnight's Edge After Dark. I'm on the night shift with Midnight's Edge. And I'm missing some. Oh, Toxic Tuesday. The next whole month of Toxic Tuesday is going to be 4 straight weeks of Chuck Norris movies.
Oh, wow.
4 straight weeks of talking Chuck Norris. So it's going to be huge. It's going to be massive. And there's probably going to be several fists coming out of several beards from it. So, yeah, got a lot up on the way coming. So, and it's going to be huge. So,
it's huge. God, help me with it again. Huge, right? Huge.
Hey, that was
okay.
Good. That was good.
Huge. All right.
Yeah, see, you got it. You got it.
Just got to practice it. How that goes.
That's all it is, my guy. That's all it is.
Exactly.
But now you got the sound there too. I heard it. You're passionate with that one. I was good.
All right. Well, I try. I'm bad about slaughtering things in languages, but not meaning to. It just happens. So it's crazy. But yeah. So let's see if I can practice it. Mrs. says it's going to be Chuck Norris. Huge.
Dude, yes. That was perfect. Oh, yeah. A little extra oomph there, too. Ooh, yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, cool. Hey, great teacher, great guy here. So thank you, everybody that's been here tonight. Mick, thank you for being here. I'm going to throw out a few things here. Join me on Monday nights coming up. Sports Weekly, where we touch news shows, news around sports world. Hey, I'll even do soccer. I'll do international sports if there's some interesting news. We talk a lot of times college football because that's usually where my passion is. Sometimes NFL stuff, and actually maybe doing some Hall of Fame stuff with Clobbering Times in a month or two. So we're working on things for other sports programming with things like that. But hey, this is just like a chill chat on Monday nights. We come in, we talk about news stories, and folks, even if you hate sports, come hang out with us. I love talking. If you can't tell, you guys are great. I love questions. If you got questions about sports, come in. I like to talk about them. If I show tonight, I'll Google, I'll look it up. I might be wrong, but we can always look and learn together too. But don't be afraid of sports. We can make sports as geeky as comics and everything else if you do.
Oh,
you don't ask Marty with a C in his spreadsheets. I'm telling you, statisticians are geeks and nerds of the sports world.
Oh, dude, absolutely. I mean, you and I got to be in touch with Mark and Clobby and Lord Thoughts because we did an NFL show like a year and a half ago on Clobby's channel where we just talked football for an hour and a half, and it was great. Now to know that there's another one of us amongst here, we're going to do a sports show one day. I think that'd be a fun.
Well, let me talk to you a little bit if you have a couple minutes in the back room, but we'll see. But hey, Monday night here, guys, come in, join. Love to have the conversations. We'll see some cool things. The College World Series is going. The Florida Gators actually have a decent team in one sport for once. Yay. So join me for that. We'll see what happens. And then next Wednesday night, the Wednesday nights have been our chilling with nights for the most part. Next Wednesday is going to be off the chains. Let me see. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. I am changing my avatar. People that know me originally know that, and Raquel was the first one to really freak out in a way. This thing, because she was on a Battlestar Galactica. The Trilogy of Terror doll, the Zuni doll. Next Wednesday night, Hungry Boy will be the guest. Wednesday at 8 p.m., we're going to hang out talking Trilogy of Terror. He's already told me he's got 3 hours of material prepared.
Oh, I
So
believe it.
he is
That
great for
guy,
this.
Hungry Boy,
Yeah.
knows his stuff. Watch out. That guy has a freight train of knowledge.
Oh
And
my
I
gosh.
love I could just listen to him. You could just let him go for the entire show
Yeah.
and you'll be okay. You just do nothing and it's all good.
Oh my gosh. It's like he saw me and he's like, oh, Zuni doll. Cause well, what happened was really the first way I got on YouTube and channels was I was Homer Simpson. And then it was Lorena Creole mentioned
Mhm.
in one of her shows about this thing about a Zuni doll and Trilogy Terror. And I'm like, I kid you not, I had physical nightmares as a teenager about a little doll running after you and you're like trying to kick it away, just physical. When I saw that, this was the doll. This was the absolute doll that I remember, those nightmares. So Lorena did it. I changed my avatar to that going into her chat. And then I saw it was over somewhere else. And Raquel stopped the whole stream like, what is that? And Mark D with the C's out in the chat like, the Zuni doll Trilogy of Terror. It was like I'm like, and so and then Clobbern's like the scariest avatar on YouTube, and so it took a life of its own. But when I created the channel, I didn't want to just go with something from something else. The banana, my kid Aang made that for me as my avatar, which is a combination of banana peely from Fortnite and a football. If you can tell the dots in it, like you would have a leather football. So that's the story of those there. And of course, that avatar for Hungry Boy, he drew that just for this.
Nice.
And the missus picked it out. So hey, and just so join us next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a blast, folks. I know that's going to be off the chain with Hungry Boy. Just he's already excited. He confirmed it with me today. So folks, make plans to be there. So all right, and then also here, the best way to keep up with me is to follow me on Twitter, DadmanWalking55. We make it one stop everywhere. Everything's DadmanWalking55 on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Follow me on Twitter so you know when we do impromptu chill streams or impromptu game streams. Because a lot of times I'll just stream when I feel like it, or if Lisa bugs me and said, "Hey, you want to play Fortnite?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." And then Stunning's right there with us. So, hey, folks, join us and let's continue the march. We're up to 273 subs tonight. 300's next. But listen, at the end of the day, I can't do it without you guys. Y'all are all great, and thank you for your support and your encouragement by being here, being active in the chats, and also from great friends in the community and streamers like Nickweiser, these big guys of YouTube that just, I just come down and help us little guys out. And, we're just friends talking and having a good time today about stuff like pizza. I can't wait to talk football sometime, but hey, and Lisa said, yeah, LOL, it's my fault. So, all right, everybody. Well, on that note, thank you all for coming in. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out the door. If you haven't, sub to the channel. If you haven't, and check your subs. Make sure that you're still sub because people are getting dropped. Make sure you're still sub. Hit the bell for the notifications because people still are not getting notifications at times. So, and if always watch the Twitter feed. So anyway, on that note, thank you again, Nick.
Thank you. Great to be here. Look forward to follow up.
Absolutely, sir. And y'all have a good night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, all.
Good night, all.